Okay, well, my name is Aaron Meredith, and I'm 16, and I'm currently living in Belfast. However, when I was young, one of the biggest regrets of my life is that I lived in Newtownards, which is a terrible wee place. And I never want to go back, even though my grandparents are living there. But no, I moved to Belfast when I was 4, and since the age of that, well, actually, it was when I was 6, I think. But since then, I've been living in South Belfast all of my life, and I like it there because it's a really mixed community. And well, anywhere where I live, everyone just seems to get along, and it's pretty good. About my family have always been pretty mixed. I mean, I've had my mum and dad, for instance. My mum's quite a strong nationalist, but my dad is a unionist. However, my parents, they're very young. They're only, I think, 36 and 37. And they just sort of left me to develop my own viewpoints and attitudes towards various facts of life. I remember I was about 5 when the Omagh bombing happened, and I remember watching it on TV and just wondering what it was, and it was just a really kind of strange experience, I guess, because I just really had no sort of clue about the Troubles until I was about at the age of, I don't know, 10 or 11, where I would talk to my parents about, the past and that kind of thing. I've also got my various wall of different people, of leaders who've basically had some sort of point in my life. And I do remember seeing Gerry Adams' face on TV quite a lot as a kid. I've also got, if I look here, a very, very big point in my life was in, I think it was early 2000s, when I was just leaving primary school. And one of my, some really, really good family friends were actually put down for deportation to Nigeria. They were illegal immigrants, and I think they accepted, but the way they were treated was exceptionally cruel. They were taken from their house at 6 in the morning. They weren't allowed to take anything with them. They were forced into the back of a van where they were kept and driven all the way to Scotland in. When they were taken to Scotland, they were kept there in Dungavel detention centre for a few days before being taken down to the main centre, Yarlswood in London, where one of them got sick and wasn't given any medicine. And we've had several politicians actually turned out to help us. Strangely enough, the main couple of people who actually did help us there, you've got Martin McGuinness, which is very bad wrong, and also Anna Lowe, who's now became quite a bit of a family friend. Again, I was just leaving primary school about the age of 11. There was a house that was blown up in an arson attack just a few streets where I lived, and again, it was a thing that I wasn't really understanding at that age, and it was really quite strange. I think the thing about growing up in somewhere like Belfast is that you've sort of grown to accept like all these attacks and everything you hear about in the news is just a sort of way of life, because we're Northern Ireland and we have that past, but obviously things are changing. I remember devolution in the late 2000s, and obviously that was a big deal. Obviously the picture of Gerry Adams and Ian Paisley, or whoever it was, sitting down and on the steps of Stormont smiling and shaking hands, which just this big political gesture, towards our future. I've also got the Savile Report was a very big thing for me. I've always taken an interest in the history of Northern Ireland, but the Savile Report, just watching the families of the victims on Bloody Sunday coming out of that church to massive cheers and a great reception from the people of Derry, was just really shocking to see how big an effect history has on people. And that's about it, I guess. So there you go.